All right, it's another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. I am Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, the best friend you just met. And I am bringing you another dope talent. But before I bring him in, don't forget to subscribe immediately, like and comment. And if you're listening via Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, or any other streaming platform other than YouTube, please hit the donate button. No dollar amount is too small. These donations help the podcast go, and I appreciate your support. Now, without further ado, with a career that already credits 14 years plus of professional stand-up comedy on his resume, this comedian, actor, writer, producer is making his creative presence and versatile talents known both on big and small screens on comedy stages from Hollywood to NYC and around the world. His live stand-up performances span the globe. In addition to his domestic appearances, he headlines shows internationally from Europe to the Far East to the Middle East. He also tours top A rooms across the U.S. as feature act for legendary urban stand-up Don D.C. Curry. He has also starred in the feature film Muslima and starred in, wrote, and produced the feature She Wins. He kicked it all off by starring in the dramatic short film Joke Thief, which he also executive produced. On the small screen, he starred in national TV commercials for Ford Motor Company and Skittles. In his spare time, he wrote and produced and starred in his first stand-up comedy special, introducing Mr. BT Kingsley.
Hey, that's all right. That dude sound like he all right.
Yeah, I mean, he doing a little something.
I might have left 2 Comedy Central specials off of there, but other than that, hey, we all right. And since you're a DJ, music, that happened recently, but other than that, we good.
Okay, so you know what? If you want to go ahead and throw them out there, because we got to get all your credits right now. What else did you do?
No, I mean that works. And give me 5. I'm just shooting off the hip. Now I'm just shooting off the hip. Give me 5. Also, never mind. Keep going.
All right, so we're gonna get into this. When did you know that you were funny, and when did you know comedy and acting was what you wanted to do?
Very, very young. But I guess we starting this early. Parents, not parents, I shouldn't say parents. Parents and Jays. Parents in general, family in general, adults in general have a tendency to hamper kids' dreams. So in my brain, when you would ask me what I wanted to do, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do whatever Eddie Murphy was doing.
Okay,
I didn't know.
For 1 second. Mm-hmm. Did you say parents and Jays?
I said parents in general.
Okay, because I'm like,
like what is Jays?
Like, nigga, junkies had you? Okay. All right, well, go ahead, continue. So parents in general, they have a tendency to like damper your light, like adults around you, right? Because whatever went on in their life. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to do whatever Eddie Murphy was doing. So then fast forward. So when you ask me, like, you know, you ask little kids what you want to be when you grow up. Mm-hmm. I want to be a fireman, and I want to be a security guard. I want to be, with no kids say they want to be a security guard, but you know what I mean? Like you ask the kids, when they would get to me, I would always say, like, I want to be a woman beater. Not, what? I was 6, but for whatever reason, this was funny to me and my friends. Okay. So I never would put my hands on a woman, but for a 6-year-old, for it to say it, to me, it was hilarious. Like, what are you singing at home, little boy? What's going on?
I had nothing to go on, but that was me being a class clown then.
Right.
So that it always existed around sophomore summer. I think somewhere I got derailed. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go to college, culinary school, or whatever, and then eventually. I mean, good enough, Shell, good enough. And then eventually I was like, fuck books. And then, you know, we went, sophomore summer, I dedicated to entertainment. I didn't know what it was going to look like, and I found comedy not too long after I graduated.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. So what was your first time on stage like?
First time on stage, I walk into, I started coming in Houston, Texas, born in Northern Cali. I walk into a club. Now, mind you, I'm a fan of Def Jam. I'm a fan of Comic View. I'm a fan of Eddie Murphy. I'm a fan of these people. I have no idea what stand-up comedy is.
Okay.
No, when you 18, 19, 20 years old and you're going around watching stand-up, I mean, when you drive past and you see comedy, I know what comedy is, but at no point in time do I correlate that people are in there standing on stage doing comedy.
Right.
When I watch Comic View or Def Jam or Eddie Murphy, this is the TV show and or the movie that they just talk. But I never correlated the art form, had no bearings on that. These are just funny people. So when I walk into a club, I'm like, wait, you could just do it? They were like, yeah. It was the joint on the north side in Greenspoint in Houston, Texas, and Alpha Rose was there. RIP Alpha Rose. I would literally walk in, I'm like, wait, because none of these people on stage is from Comic View as Eddie Murphy. And I'm like, wait, you just go up there and do it? And they were like, yeah. They're like, you want to do it tonight? And I'm like, nah, man, that's craziness. I'll be back in a week.
Right, I got a plan.
I was back in less than 24 hours, and I haven't not been on stage then until the quarantine.
So when you did it, like, because knowing that you didn't know what it really was, and you just jumping up there, did you go home and say, let me write something, or just kind of went home and figured out what's...
That's a great question. I tell comics this all the time because every now and then comics will hit me and say, yo, I'm trying to think about stand-up, what I do, and I'll be like, listen, call me after you have your first open mic and your first show for paid customers. Because until then, there's really no prepping for it. It was the most nervous I've ever been. The stuff that was happening, I couldn't explain. Like, you can't explain the lights to somebody. Like, when you go up there, you like, oh, I can't see. This is different. I didn't know that. I didn't know that exists. And then you got to do 2 or 3 shows and be like, I'm going to wear sunglasses. Then you realize the eyes are the connection to the soul. It's just like so many.
Right.
You speak of Spanish to somebody that don't know it. So for me, the first time up, I did okay at best. Okay at best. They didn't hate me. I wasn't hilarious. It was, meh. It was meh. Now,
but you didn't get booed, so that's the good thing.
Didn't get booed.
Okay.
I didn't get booed. You know, booing is something really interesting. I haven't, I don't know if I've ever been booed. I've been like kind of heckled or Jace aggressively, like in Atlanta, but it never just like a boo, fuck your nigga, like never that. Right. I've never. I think you gotta dislike somebody to give them that, and
or you gotta be in New York.
Yeah, yeah, but even then, I always, you know what I am to older people. I was always give that baby a chance.
Okay.
So I always had like a little bit of likability in my face, like, oh, he ain't gonna be able to. Like, even if they thought I was terrible, they wouldn't shout it at me because I wasn't giving off the energy. I'm all like, hey, I'm like all bubbly and shit. So it wasn't
right. So they're like, he gonna try by any means necessary. So let's give him a chance.
Yeah. So if I would have been a little more cocky or a little bit more who I am, probably as a person, then it might have been rubbed a little differently. But normally, that first time, I remember my final joke was, I still remember the close. I don't remember any of the jokes I did that night, but B2K had just broke up.
Okay.
And I remember I was like, you know, they're going to do a B2K movie and, you know, they got to find all the actors who going to play him. Well, you know who going to end up playing Omarion, the nigga that plays lead in every black movie about a music group is going to be Leon. So I said, the problem is, Leon always gets confused about all the movies he's doing. So he going to be in there playing Omarion. But he going to diving into the other movies like, without Omarion, y'all just a fake ass B2K. And the last thing I say was, you ungrateful sons of bitches, like in a full Leon Temptations.
Right.
When I tell you nobody laughed, I was like, hey, thank you guys.
Yeah. Right. You're like, you're not a movie connoisseur if you don't know this.
Nothing. But still to this day, like I remember because it's like the intricacy of like how I write jokes and my references. Like if you watch Temptations, that Leon scene where he's going off on the Temptations, that's still the funniest shit in the world to me.
Oh yeah.
You niggas, y'all some fake ass tips. That shit is still hysterical to me. Like when I hear it now, it's like it's not a bad joke. It just didn't work. I don't know. Maybe
I did a whole not a comedy skit. What is it called when you do a you know, you take a scene and then you make your own thing. Yeah, I did but it was the real film. Yeah. So it was a sketch. And the guy him going off like, you ungrateful son of bitches, and it has when Popeyes runs out of spicy chicken.
Right. And
they're just staring at him.
That shit was so fun. Like somebody posted the other day, like which one of these characters like impacted you most, and it was Chadwick playing Brown, it was Jamie playing Ray, and it was Leon playing Ruff. And I was like, yo, listen, Hooper had the best acting job. That's up for the debate. But I love that David Ruffin performance.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
That walk through the crowd when he wasn't supposed to be at the tour. Oh, that shit is hilarious. I don't know what David Ruffin looked like, but goddamn Leon killed it. You know?
Oh yeah, he did. That like out of everything, if I'm gonna be the lead anything, I'm always like, if I'm David Ruffin. That's my go-to line.
David Ruffin is funny as shit. That shit was so funny. You ungrateful sons of bitches.
All right, how did you know?
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. I'm sorry.
That's it. I got to send you my skit about that. Because baby, listen, when I tell you that's my favorite. Listen. All right, how did you know that you're a good writer? And were you nervous to produce your first film?
No. So I can honestly say I probably have some discrepancies in my writing ability. I believe my strength is in storytelling. But what I know is my work effort, my work ethic is like really, really strong. So writing the first film I wrote was not She Wins, but that's the first thing I shot. So to say you're gonna write a movie is a heavy task.
Yes, it is. I'm writing it now, and it's serious.
Yeah, and I respect it, and anybody who's ever done it respects it. Like if I met Steven Spielberg, like, yeah, man, I wrote a film, they'd be like, you did it? You completed it, bro. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is putting your fingers on the keys and actually doing it. The skill set and what the story is and how good the movie is, that's all, fuck all that. Nigga, did you did it? If some people are natural writers. I'm a comic, I'm a actor, like that's not my what I lead with, but I understand story and concept well. So then that's one thing. But then to say I'm going to do it and shoot it myself, because I wanted the process, like I'm a huge Robert Townsend fan. And I remember the story about Hollywood Shuffle and him taking his credit cards and maxing them out. That's She Wins. That's why She Wins ain't out right now. She Wins a shot, it's complete, but at some point in time, I honestly just ran out of money. I ran out of money because I paid for everything.
Everything, yeah.
And that's
Did you go to school for videography? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I went to film school I went to Academy of Arts in San Fran. But I didn't shoot it. I hired producers. I funded, and I was the executive producer in the essence that, hey, you're going to rec, you're going to do catering, you hiring every person that's on set. That's all me, because I wanted to know what the process felt like if it was 100% me. And fast forward to me meeting Robert Townsend, and I'm like, man, I'm just kind of going through it. Actors are asking me when the movie's coming out, and I'm in post-production. I ain't been through 5, 6, 7 editors, and da. And he said, how many years are you in? And I was like, man, it's been like 3 years, bro. It's like, he was like, oh. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it took me 6 years to do Hollywood Shuffle. I said, it did what? He said, it took me 6 years. He said, from the first page to release, you're fine. And I was like, and it just took this weight off my shoulders. He was like, it's a movie. It's not a sketch. It's not a video. It's not short. If you're going to do it right, it might take you a while, especially if you're funding everything. I was like, all right, well, cool. And we're approaching around that time, but the goal is to have it out by the end of this year. So I got an editor that's amazing, and to see it,
You're excited, huh? So what is your goal with the book? Like once you put it out there, how are you putting it out? What platform?
I want ownership. I want independence. Set a goal, just to murder it. You have to call for rings. I don't know.
Okay.
Movie business, especially, COVID, a lot of things are happening right now. If somebody was to take the film and say, hey, we want some rights and we want to license it out and use ... all right, fine. But at this point in time in my life, I am about getting out the work. So hell or high water, I am not waiting for people to do stuff for me. I will throw this bitch on YouTube if niggas play with me for too long.
Okay.
I believe that we are all Dolomite. Times are changing. I want to be in movies. I want to be in TV shows. I have no problems auditioning. I love those things. But I will not sit here and wait for somebody to tell me I can or cannot do something.
I know that's right.
And if niggas don't like the first movie, it don't matter, bitch, because I'm gonna do another one.
That's right.
and
That's
another
one thing
one
that I can appreciate about having that entrepreneur spirit with any of most of my friends are entrepreneurs, and that's why we get along so well, because we don't have that, woe is me, like what are we gonna do type of attitude. We're like, all right, we want to do it, let's plan for it, let's get it done. Now if you like it or love it or hate it or whatever, that's between you and Jesus, but we're gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like a learning process, right? So like there's not enough film school in the world that could have taught me everything I did by doing this movie. I mean, to do it all on your own, there's not enough. There's nowhere near enough to teach you how to do it this way, because just so many things that I learned in the space. So now it's like, all right, the next movie will be better, and the one after that will be better. And right now, that sounds airy and it sounds like aloof, but Tyler Perry is a billionaire, you guys.
Hello.
And we all respect Byron Allen, and we respect Jay-Z, and we respect Nip, and I respect LeVar Ball. Like, I respect the getting it out of the mud. I will figure this out, and the learning process for doing it that way is priceless.
The one thing I did, because I'm a licensed professional makeup artist by trade first, and then everybody knows me about other stuff. But I was able to be on set with Tyler Perry for Sisters in the Oval, and just being on the lot, because a lot of people in the industry media will, hey, oh, he think he all that and he's doing it, whatever.
Right.
Just to pull up on that lot and see what this man has done. I don't care if he stabbed your mom in the back of the head. This man is a genius, and his work ethic is so beyond just. I was just in awe, like the whole time. Like it was little stuff I was noticing. I was like, dang. And like one scene was it was an airport scene. The whole set, like you built an airport in your come on, bruh. And then he's like, when I tell you, I'm so like just in awe of everything that he's done. Everybody knows his humble beginnings, but just like you said, you don't know the work ethic and what it takes to actually get all this together until you do it. So it's like, for anybody to ever hate on that man, I'm like, you tripping.
I mean, and we there's probably a fair amount of Black people that all kind of owe Tyler Perry like an apology, because like, give or take how you feel about the movies. I have my critiques of movies and whatnot, but I respect the fuck out of the work ethic. Like it ranks him really, really high for me. But I love Robert Townsend. That sophomore summer when I decided to go into entertainment, it was a Keenan Ivory Wayans, I want to say it was True Hollywood Special. And Keenan said something to the extent of, he was trying to get to his name and somebody told him, man, you're going to need a whole army to do what you're trying to do. And he was like, for him, he was like, what was the biggest piece of advice you got? He was like, it's not as hard as everybody makes it out to be. He was like, it's hard. It's extremely difficult, but you are not probably going to notice that if you're in the journey. He was like, for me, yeah, I was leaving in my car. I was eating dollar burgers every night, just trying to figure it out. But I wasn't thinking about that day. I got a show with Eddie Murphy tonight, and I got to make sure I do well. He was like, when you're in it, you don't be thinking about it like that. So it's just like, you just got to enjoy the journey. And when he said it, I was like, I was all in on entertainment. I was like, I didn't do shit in school for the next 2 years. I was fucking around, just trying to make teachers laugh. Like, well, I got a whole nother life you guys don't know about. Like,
right.
Yeah.
But these grades though.
Yeah. Oh, my grades was terrible. Out of 8 credits, I got, I think, out of a possibility of 16 credits, I got 2.5 one year and 3 the next. I literally math, gym, and theater. I didn't do history, fuck books, English, fuck books. I ain't give a shit about nothing else. I was in detention trying to figure out how to make the detention teacher laugh. Fighting, trying to make niggas I fight laugh. Man, fuck it, bro.
Now you look at him like, look at me now.
Yeah, cause I feel away, Eisenhower. Y'all didn't vote me funniest nigga, and that's fine. Cause the nigga y'all voted funniest nigga, I know I'd kill that nigga on stage. So.
Okay, now what? Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm on. Here we go. How did you feel when you first went viral and got the opportunity to perform on LOL Network?
It was, so the first time I went viral, let me draw these two things together. The
Okay.
first time I went viral is probably Vincent Dracula Jones. And that does really, really well. And it just caught me off guard because I decided I was going to put the work in for social media. I'm like, I was sitting around in my little funky ass 1,200 followers or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to dedicate some time to consistently putting out content. And the first couple of things do okay. And then eventually something catches a wave and, oh shit, look, I've figured out how to do this. But the LOL thing, when I get the call that says, so I started a room in Sacramento, because eventually I end up moving to Sacramento. I started a comedy room because that's what you do. If you're a comic, like all my OGs, they had rooms, whether it was Ali or when I would go to Atlanta, it was Big Sean, whatever city it is. Yeah, whatever city it is, whoever has the room, that's who you go talk to. So when I was coming to Atlanta, it was Sean. Everybody I would talk to in Atlanta, like, yeah, you got to hit up Sean. Or you got to go hit up Carlos for cats or whatever. So it's like, all right, this is how I need a room. So in Sacramento, there wasn't a showcase room. My boy Mikey Winfield had like an open mic, and Dale Van Dyke had an open mic, but it wasn't like a show. Like, we come in, there's gonna be customers, they're gonna get paid, they're gonna get drinks, and they're gonna expect funny. They're not here for open mic. So I start a show, and the only reason I bring that up is because that club calls me after when I leave the city and I leave this room, standing room only. And I'm like, I give it to the comics after me, like, yo, just don't fuck it up. Like, this is our staple every Sunday. Don't miss a show, yada, yada, yada. And then they take it and elevate it from there. And they blah, blah, blah. So now I'm back and forth in LA. And then I get the call that says, hey, we want you to come do LOL. And I'm like, Comedy Central going to be here. And Kevin Hart. And I'm like, nigga, whatever. There's no reason. What you're telling me is fucking bullshit.
You believe it?
Hell no.
Why?
You're in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Imagine HBO coming to shoot comedy, but they said we're gonna do a comedy special in Atlanta, and they don't go to the Punchline. They don't even go to Uptown. They go to like some hood ass room in Decatur. It's like, my nigga, it's like that's the equivalent. They went to the Punchline. They went to like another club. They went to all the A rooms and was like, no, this isn't it. And then went to my room that I started at the Touch of Class for Girls Second Sunday. They go to this room, and when they walk in, there's a crackhead outside fighting with a hooker, and Kev and his people was like, this is the spot. So even then, when I show up, at no point in time do I believe. I show up and I get the show, and I'm like there. I'm like, I show up and I see the white truck outside, and I know what a production truck looked like. I was like, all right, this might be legit, maybe. At no point in time did I think Kevin was gonna be here. No, in no world did that make sense to me. When I walked in there and Kevin was there, I was like, nigga, this shit is happening. And even still then, I was like,
Like, is this a prank show? What is it?
Yeah, just like, all right, but listen, if y'all let me perform, I know what's gonna happen if I hit the stage. So it's just like, all right. And went up there and fucking showed out. And that led to the 30-minute special. But in the essence of viral, I did a sketch about me being on TV with Kevin Hart, and that one went viral. It was like random. It was just like how I'm going to change once the show airs, and it was literally me trying to promo the show simultaneously. It did like 1.4, 1.5 million views or some shit like that. It did something crazy, and I was like, oh shit, like. I caught one. And at the time, I was on I might have been like 20,000 followers. So that's a huge jump. I was like, oh shit, I got one. That's great.
And you seem like I only had 20,000 opposed to my 200s. I don't know how many followers I got, but I know it ain't nowhere near 20,000. 20,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, thank you. But for you, if you want to grow the numbers, it's just consistency. And I know you professional, goddamn it, because you hit me about this and made it a point to send everything early.
Well, you know what? Consistency has never been my issue. It's trying to figure out that one thing that makes people care. Because it's one thing, you can be consistent all day, but nobody give a damn what you're talking about. So
eventually they will. You do a good job. You're focused and disciplined, and then it might be also diversity, right? It's like, okay, I'm doing this thing, but I'm also doing this thing. Like I was saying earlier with the industry thing, it's like on one hand, yes, I'm taking my acting classes. I take my audition classes. I spend a lot of money in that world. So when I get an audition, I can do my best version, right? But with the other hand, I'm creating, baby. It's like, hey, give me 5 season finale. It's Friday. You know, it's like, it's like, I don't have a talk show, but I got a talk show. I didn't get a movie, but I got a movie. It's like, because so this year I dedicated to everything has to come out. Whatever my ideas are, all ideas need to come out. That way I can get to the next level of ideas. Like, because there's a bunch, because a lot of times we be sitting on this idea that we have, like, as soon as I get this, that, then I'm gonna do this, that. It's like, and now 6 years has passed and you ain't did that. So it's like, I need, I don't know what show I was watching, but I want to say it was Black Lightning or something like that. And Jill Scott's on the show, and one of the henchmen goes to Jill Scott to like pitch her some idea. We should do this and that. And she's like, oh, baby, that's a cute idea, but this is your first idea. I need your 37th idea. Because by this point in time, you have flushed out a lot. You're going to know the space better. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a learning curve. Like, out of my crew of friends, they're like, you're the hardest working woman I ever met. And I'm just like, well, one, I don't have any children to, like, because, you know, all my friends mostly have children.
You ain't got no babies. Ain't nobody went in there and shot that thing up.
No, I'm smart.
With the little dirty on your chest.
Well, that dirty South. Don't get it twisted.
No, it just ain't dirty. All I saw is dirty in mouth.
So, but no, I mean, because I don't have, like, the only responsibility I have is my businesses. So all of my effort goes towards it. So it's like, I mean, yeah, I do work hard, but it's like the stuff that I do, y'all can do too. Y'all just too lazy to do
it. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, because of that, it's like I'm always working on, I've always said, add something new to your resume every year. Like, you can't consistently do the same thing and expect different results. So every year I'm like, okay, let me figure out what else I like. All right, I like that. Let me dibble and dabble on this. And I just keep on adding to the resume. Now, I'm not going to say I'm perfect in all of it, but I done touched a little bit of everything that I liked.
and listen, that's all. Let me tell it. That's all there is to it. When I'm in school, I never get the degree because literally I would just keep bouncing majors. For me, I need to collect as much information as I can. So when I'm in LA, if nobody likes me, if nobody cares, if nobody wants to mess with me, I can just do everything on my own. That's the only goal. So it's like, all right, how do I make that happen? It's like, all right, now I'm taking acting classes. Now I'm taking improv classes. But in my school, you couldn't double major. So if your focus was acting, our director wouldn't let you, our head person of our department wouldn't let you, you couldn't do directing and acting. You need to focus on acting. But if you do the other stuff, then the next semester I would change. You know what? I don't want to do acting no more. I want to do directing. And the next semester, you know what? I want to do producing. And I would never take no liberal arts classes. I would just take the electives. So then, you know what I mean? 4 years passed, and I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. They was like, so if you just take these 2 math classes and this English class, you can get a degree. I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out. Like,
that's it. Listen, I'm the same. I'm like, I want to get to the point. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't want to have to depend on someone else to do it. So I'm like, dang, I need to, I just filmed this. I need somebody to edit. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out who can edit. I'm like, oh, damn, YouTube, how you edit? And keep it pushing. Yeah,
but those kind of people, let me tell it, will win in the long run. And if they couldn't win before, man, are we in a space to win now? Because
say that.
Man, my homegirl, Cynthia Lucette, said the interesting thing is about TV shows and like people hiring you is you could get hired and fired from a show. They could call you right now and say they want you to be on The Real or The Talk, and then they could cancel the show or get rid of you. It was like, these shows come and go, but our platforms are forever.
That's right.
We control them. We are, and I was like, I said, baby girl, you said a word right there.
That's right. You ain't gonna fire yourself.
Yeah, you can't. So you know what I mean? Who goes to those building it out on their own? And eventually, I feel like the public is kind of starting to catch up, but the industry's fighting it. They fighting it.
The one thing I'm loving about millennials, because the old school try to be like, oh yeah, all y'all do is stay on your computer, whatever the case may be. Now I'm not a millennial, but
Mm-hmm.
I was the Generation X or whatever. I'm like right
Yeah,
between, so I kind of know both worlds. But
absolutely.
I'm like, one thing they did while you was telling them to go to school, get a good education, and get a good job, they created their job. So why you hate? Like so.
I made I have paid some bills from my gaming habit because I'm on Twitch something heavy now, and Twitch sent me a check the other day. I was like, what fucking look at this, like,
What Twitch is, everybody keeps talking about it, but I didn't know what the hell it was. And I'm like, I looked at it, I was like, I mean, I play video games, but
right?
not like I don't do Call of Duty. I might do like Grand Theft Audio and
Yeah,
Combat, stuff like that.
people show up for the personality. Like well, I no, I'm not gonna say that. Twitch was predominantly a video gaming platform, but that's not what it is. What it is a live streaming platform in general. So there are people on there that just DJ or just talk or just do their shows or whatever. It's just gaming has always dominated the space.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out what the heck it is. I'm like, I went on there one time and I was like, what is people just watching them play games? I don't get it.
Yeah. So and now, mind you, though, so what happened was like the pro gamers, the people that are extremely good at video games, they're going to have a certain amount of following. But as of COVID, as of the last maybe year, content creators are starting to come into the space. And it's just like, okay, this guy is not a pro gamer, but the community of people that is in the space, shout out Kingsley crew, they're super dope. And or his energy or personality, or her energy and or personality is also really dope. So I'll just be here just to support that. Like, this isn't like watching my favorite person game, but this person's fun. So it's just like, because I'm not a pro gamer.
Okay.
But the stream is a good time.
Okay.
The stream is, whether sometimes we be in there talking about fucking, sometimes we be in there just having a good time. Sometimes I'm losing and making hilarious. Sometimes I'm winning and it's fun. It don't matter. That's, we're personalities. We do what we do.
Okay. So I'm gonna get back into your comedy. What is your favorite female comedian?
Ooh. That is a complex question. I mean, I'm not going to go OGs, even though kudos to them.
Okay.
I love Tyreek Lane. I love Takara Williams. I love Keisha Hunt. I love Brescia doesn't hit the stage as much as she used to.
Brescia Webb?
Man, let me tell you something.
I know her the actress. I didn't know she was a comedian.
Man, Brescia know this because I tell her this every time I see her.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoy watching Brescia on stage. Brescia used to do a lot more stand-up, but I've always enjoyed it. Who else? Off the top of my head, those are some of my favorites. I love watching Takara. Takara makes me laugh in general, just her energy. I love Keisha Hunt's like one of my best friends. Keisha's hilarious. I think Tyree is fucking hilarious. Tyree is hilarious all the time. Tyree's never really off. Off the top of my head, I'm shooting off the hip, but those are a couple that come to the head off the top of my dome.
Okay, so if you had to put a show together showcasing only female comedians, let me see, you can pick 3. What would be your top 3?
If I could do a show now, okay. All right. Jackie Fabulous.
Okay.
I'd probably have Jackie close, because just off the top of my head, if I went through because I've worked with Jackie so much, I know in any kind of situation she'll probably be okay. Regardless of what happens. If anything gets Jackie, it'll be herself. It'll be her own nerves, and she don't really get them. She's a headliner. I feel like all the women are very, very capable, but that's just off the top of my head. And then I would probably have. Am I going black?
You asking me? I don't know.
Showcase black right now. Because there's other comics that I love that aren't black, but if I'm just saying, but like
black, I just said who's your favorite. So,
yeah, I love Taylor Tomlinson. I love I love Taylor Tomlinson. I think Taylor's have one of my favorite specials that I've seen like in a long Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have a
Why
third
not?
one?
And Keisha. I'll go
Okay.
Keisha. I'll go Keisha out the gate because if it's a showcase, then Jackie. If it's a showcase, Keisha, Jackie, Alexis Bradby. Yeah, look at that.
You made it.
You know, it's because here's the thing. Alexis is a new comic.
Okay.
Still an open micer.
Mm-hmm.
She would definitely open this show, but she's funny. She's like, you ever just meet somebody like this is funny, and I don't even know if she's aware of it yet. Right. She got to stay in the game. She has a lot of work to do to become.
Polish it. We'll figure out what her thing is.
And she does. She puts out a word, but she just has an energy that I think is funny. And if you're talking about a showcase to let some people see some people that everybody might not be aware of, it's like Jackie was on, just got AGT, so maybe I can adjust there. Ambria don't really need my help. I think Ambria's hilarious. Crystal Powell has her credit, so it's like I can't think of, you know what I mean, like just off the top of my head, like I'm like, I'm trying to, if it's a showcase, definitely Alexis, definitely Keisha, and I don't know who that other person would be, because I would definitely move Jackie off. Jackie don't, I shouldn't say Jackie don't need the credits, but Jackie just did AGT this year. She literally
we're gonna move you out the way real quick and
yeah. You'll be fine, Jackie. You're a headliner club. Sakara's headliner club. Tyrese, everybody's rich. All y'all are doing it. Right. So now, like, who, like, the same thing with like Taylor. Like, now, who would I call to like elevate the platform?
Well, and that's rare though, because in comedy, from what I'm understanding, it's more male dominated. So it's rare for a male comic to try to push up a female comic before they get themselves in there. And I'm like, that's a rare quality.
Any women that know me in this business know that I have always made it a point to be very kind and caring to the women. I've made it a point in my career. This ain't really nobody's business, but I don't fuck female comics. Like, there's been a hard press to do this on purpose because and Satara Spearness. Ha, got it. Got my Ooh, made it. There's a hard press to, a male comic will call a female comic like, hey, yo, come over here and write. And then you come over there and that nigga want to fuck. He want to get dirty lips. Get dirty. That's all it says is dirty. He just want to get.
You know what? I can back up.
No, nigga, can't say dirty. I'll dig it out. So he might, that's what he's thinking about. Whereas me, if I say let's write, baby, I meant let's write. Like me and my homegirl Chandelier, we produced a whole special together, and I mean a whole web series together, and it was by far, forget female, she was by far one of the funniest, easiest, hardworking people that I've ever had to work with. It was extremely easy. When shit was messing up, she would like handle it. If something was going wrong on her side, then I would handle it. Like, and it was just like I was like, yo, this never do I say, hey, James, you want to work on a project? All right, cool. You got some ideas? All right, cool. Let's write it. And then somebody says, all right, so you write half, I'll write half. I'll be like, wait, you gonna do some work? All right, cool. We gotta hire some people to do it. All right, so who paying for it? We'll split it. You gonna put some money up? Like, it never happens.
Yeah.
It never happens. Chandelier is one of the few people that it ever
That's
happened.
funny, because I actually grew up with a girl named Chandelier. I was like, you're the only person I know named that. Well, I guess I was wrong.
Right. Yeah.
But that's actually dope, because what a lot of people don't realize, well, I'm not gonna say all, but most men don't realize women are the consumers. So if you treat them bad, we ain't buying your shit. So come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I have made it a point to, I am your safe space if you are a female comic. You good. I'm very flirtatious, but I ain't got no follow-up. I just be saying shit, but I'm not gonna ever make it uncomfortable.
So have you ever had, like, you was, flirting, and then they try to drop the thing on you? What you do?
I say no. I dead ass. Those things have happened, and I normally like actively avoid that space because we got to be in each other's space too much
all the time. Yeah,
it's all good until I've yet to sleep with a woman after she's like, ugh, get away from me, never call me again.
Right.
If you like me, chances are you'll probably like me more after. And then I'm at some show trying to get numbers and flirt with other chicks, and now it's just made some weird ass environment.
Yeah, I feel you on that. All right, now if you could write the perfect dramedy film, what type of character would you play, and what role would you give me?
Ooh, now a dramedy.
Mm-hmm.
A dramedy. The dramedy would be called Dirty. That's all.
You know what?
It'd be called Dirty, no other words.
Show me in these streets.
Off the top of my head, I like a world where there's some intense storytelling to where something has to be completed, and maybe you're the boss lady.
Okay.
You the boss lady in charge. I can see a world where you have to tell you have to, if I don't get you your money, it's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm. That's me all day.
It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get dirty, no other words.
Mm-hmm. All I need is my pimp hat. That's all.
That's it. Just the word dirty and lips. Just dirty mouth, nothing else. So yeah, and then you'd have an army of other really strong female comics, and they'd be like, "Oh, you get the money, motherfucker." Yeah.
All right. Now, who is your favorite rapper or singer of all times, and why?
Rapper Jay-Z. That's easy. Singer gets interesting, but today, with all confidence, Trey Songz.
Really?
Yep.
You know what? Do you know who Phil Wade is?
Who?
Do you know who Phil Wade is, the comedian?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I interviewed him the other day. I was just like, "Is Trey Songz your favorite singer?" He was like, "No, no disrespect to him." He was like, "No, but no, like most people probably think he is since you do his invitations so well."
Man, I am an R&B connoisseur, and if you're telling me I have to listen to somebody's catalog or for here on out, and I'm talking about listening. Now, if you start going into a performance space, then I might lean more Usher. But do
you like him? Is it song or vocally?
No, I think it's fair to say. I think people are kind of clear. Trey's not the strongest vocal performance.
Okay. Well, yeah, because he said he was trying to be a rapper at one point in time. So
yes, but his pen is the Trey Songz sing shit that I would say.
Okay.
So way too often is he like in my mental space for what I would be thinking about a situation, whether it's love and or aggressive, cocky, sexual shit and or like a breakup and or it's over and Trey don't be he don't be like placating to like I hate when R&B niggas placate to females. I get why you're doing it.
Right.
But as a man, this is hard for me to just like digest because I know you're running game, bro. I know you don't believe the word you're saying. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can get them to believe this shit, but I'm not saying that fuck shit because I would never say that shit. So it's like Trey never steers me wrong in that way. He'll just tell you what it is.
Okay, so you don't have any female singers that you like?
I love Sade. I love Anita Baker.
You went back. Okay, let me find out.
Well, if I'm keeping it funky, I don't always listen to as much female R&B as I listen to way more male R&B because I'm a dude. There's a woman sitting next to me, and I need this nigga to tell her exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, say that. Say that.
I'm gonna play this so he can give the instructions, and you go ahead.
Seduction, baby girl. Like, right. You know what I mean? But and if I'm alone, I just don't want to. What do I look like in my car? Just hey. It's just like do it. It's just like. But there's a high respect for Beyonce. There's a high respect for Anita Baker. There's a high respect for if I'm going more new. I'm really starting to like Ari. I really.
Oh yeah, Ari Lennox.
Yeah, I like Janae, but I like nasty, freaky music though.
Okay.
Dirty, just the word.
You know
nothing.
what? It's not my fault. This is what the shirt says.
Dirty in mouth. But I like that when it's just me. Not even for, I mean, yes for that, but not even for that. I'm just in my car by myself, just listening to Silk, like just some I like nasty ass music. I like Drive in the Rain music, and I like music that says something very specifically.
What's Drive in the Rain music? Sade or what?
Sade is Drive in the Rain music. Anita Baker's Drive in the Rain music. Khalees, I Just Want to Get Along with You. Miguel.
That whole CD was my shit right there. That was it.
Yeah. Miguel does a lot of Drive in the Rain music. You know, you can just, when you can hear the rain on the window pane type music.
Oh yeah. Now, how did you stay motivated in the entertainment business, and especially during this quarantine time?
Man, I saw a meme the other day that said, if 2020 didn't bring the hustler out of you, it ain't in you, bro.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody else, but I have found myself to be busy as fuck. I've been so busy, I've been having to cancel shit. I can't say I've been busier than I have been before quarantine, but it's definitely, today, we're on here at 12:30. We'll get off of here whenever we get off of here. Around 2:30, I have some other shows I have to do for with my homeboy with CT for Patreon. Then right after that, I'm doing Zooming with the homies from like 7 to 9 with Tahir. Like there might be an hour in here for me to eat, like maybe. And then after I'm done with the homies, I'll be on Twitch till probably 9:30 to 3 a.m.
Right.
I'm busy as fuck. So I don't know about everybody else, but and tomorrow doesn't get any better because I have a podcast at the top of the day. Then I'm helping produce some other.
Well, speaking of podcasts, go ahead and shout out your podcast so people can know when to tune in and all that.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. Before even the podcast, before you do anything,
okay.
You just go watch Give Me 5. Season finale is Friday, which I believe is that the 9th? I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Look BT Kingsley up on everything. It'll come up. Give Me 5 is my TV show where we do top 5 debates, and it is fucking phenomenal. We do this Friday is top 5 black movies. So that's priority. But Black Tea Podcast.
Can I throw mine in there?
Sure, by all means, go ahead.
Does it have to be like a certain genre specific?
Top 5 black movies.
Black movies. I'm going to say my top 5. Well, I'm gonna give you one. One of my top ones that I'm never gonna just like pass if it comes on TV. The 5 Heartbeats. That's me all day. There are so many quotables in there that I love that I just cannot. I have to have the 5 Heartbeats all day long.
That's a good pick.
So I would say that one. And if we're gonna go gangster,
I told you I'm a Robert Townsend fan, so yes, Robert Townsend and Leon. Yeah.
Till this day, I want one of them glittery vests so I can just say, "Dang!"
Right. You know, my opinions on 5 Heartbeats is so much different than everybody else's because I'm sorry, y'all argue with yourself. The best lead singer for the 5 Heartbeats is Flash. I'm sorry, bro. Flash, nigga. Eddie Kane was cool.
Right.
But he ain't no motherfucking Flash.
But Eddie was like, how does it feel to be me? That was it right there.
That nigga Flash is a born star. And that's why he kept going after them niggas quit.
Yeah, it's lonely at the top.
It's low. Back in the middle again. Yeah, that's my shit.
Oh my God. And then, my other one, my gangster one will be Menace to Society. The reason I like that one, it's a toss between Juice and Menace to Society.
Totally.
Menace to Society is because that is the first gangster movie where the lead character actually died. And I was like, they don't never do that. They always have like the ending where he survived and they went to whatever. So because I did not expect the ending.
Run.
Huh?
They always freeze him mid-run, and then he went off to college. He just there'd be that freeze frame at the end of the movie. Right.
Then they just disappear.
Yeah.
See, they was the first one to do it before them dang on adventure movies. So, but that one and Juice, because I never hated Tupac so much. If you can make me hate you that much, and I know you're acting, you're a good ass actor.
Yeah.
So Those are my top three. I don't
This
know if I
nigga
got
scared.
so, all right, now what?
And you said podcast. Black Tea Podcast is on Thursdays at 11, but it's me, Mikey, and Lance Woods, but it be up and down when we're doing it. So
it's called what?
Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Everything's there.
And say it again. What's the name of it again?
My Discord. Just go to my IG and the link for the Discord is there for BT Kingsley.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. What is your ultimate goal that you want to achieve in this industry?
I want the people. I want the people. I want ownership. I want independence. That is my ultimate goal, to be able to creatively get out. This is how I see it playing out. Let's just put a timestamp on it. Today is October 7th. It is 1:30. It's 2020, a year of the bullshit. So whenever somebody goes back and tracks this, maybe it'll all make sense. This is how I see it happening. I will end up on some show and or some movie in some role that will allow me to have a comfortable financial space. So it might be like a franchise. It might be like a Tyrese in Fast and Furious type thing, right? It'll just be some kind of thing that allows me to just kind of showcase where I can move tickets as a comic, where I'm famous enough to do that, but I'm not so famous that I can't go to the goddamn grocery store.
Got you.
I will then from that space create throughout my production companies a bunch of shows that do well, if not only for me, then for people I know around me, even if I'm not the lead, then that. And then I will make strong sound investments that are kind of out of the box that will be the bulk of where my finances come from. Like 50 Cent Vitamin Water Jace. Like, damn, that's where you got all the money. That's where a big, like, that will happen. I feel like I'm sitting on at least $3 million ideas, like $1 billion ideas, like easily multi-hundreds of $1 million ideas, and I just don't have the capabilities to do them as of today.
Right. Well, I think everybody is gifted with those $1 million ideas. You don't have the finances to do it all the time. So when you don't have finances, you have network.
Yeah, and so but my like certain things are just like me buying the rights to something that I feel like would do really well. That's just that existed, and I'm just like, man, if this thing existed, it would do so well, and I just know it would. And it's just like, it's like certain things like that, or so like for me being at this level, being able to see things from a certain space, and I'm like, man, these things would be. Me and my sister Tangerine was having a conversation about it the other day, just like that space of being able to create and having ownership, and just like, what does it look like when somebody calls me and I don't want to do something or something so forth? So that's what I would like. If the people right now, I have a strong support system of people. Shout out to the Kingsley crew, and it's growing, and I will keep pushing the pedal to the metal. And then, so let's say there's a weekend. There's a Kingsley weekend.
Okay.
On Friday, there will probably be some version of some show I have going on, a live version of that. I won't get into too many details because I don't give a shit. There'll probably be like a live version of Give Me Five, right?
Okay.
On Friday. Saturday, maybe 2 shows at a theater or a stadium where I'm doing where I'm selling tickets for comedy, for stand-up, right? And then that Sunday would probably be music, whether it be rapping and or R&B or whatever space I'm playing in at the time, and maybe even some DJing stuff, because the DJing thing space is very interesting for me. But like,
oh, you're a DJ
too? A Jace, DJ a Jace.
Okay, I'm a DJ as well, so I feel you.
Yes. Oh, listen, as a DJ, listen, I will be at. Let's go here. I am an artist first, I could say. The DJ thing happened kind of by default. I created this persona of Vincent Dracula Jones, which is an R&B DJ, only slow jams, no hip hop, no rap, no reggae, no dance hall, no nothing. Only R&B, only baby making music, slow jams, and R&B. That's it. But that I do private parties where I just DJ now, and people have.
You sure you ain't my long lost twin?
I don't know, man. Hey,
let me tell you, I'm not even joking. One of my my actual DJ mentor, he's my business partner in my game, but when he started, like I started off singing and songwriting, and that's how I met him because I used to write songs for his artists.
Right. Right.
And then we just kind of linked back up just on I'm like, hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. So he's like, yeah, come to the studio. So we sit there talking. He was like, you need to learn how to DJ. He's like, because you love music enough where you can get it. And I'm like,
right.
All right, so let me try. So I started, I was like, I do like this. He was like, yeah, get into it. So every time he would throw some songs, he was like, all right, you got to be quick on your feet. If somebody asks you a request, do this, whatever. So I might be playing my jams and he'll be joking and roasting me. He was like, all right, DJ old school, can we get something in this year?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, but this is song I like. It ain't about you, it's about the audience. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, so and mind you, so for the first, so if we went to quarantine early March, late February, whatever, for at least 4 or 5 months, at least 5 months. Right. I was DJing 5 nights a week on my IG. For man, there was crowds in there sometimes. I could significantly say there was definitely a crowd in there that was at like 800 people.
Okay.
And I never went live on Instagram before. So it'd be like, it went from like 20 or 30 to like 70, 80 to like 150 to one day we looked up and it was 800 people in here. And I was like, this is fucking craziness. And then IG and the copyrights and all the other shit, they put a shadow ban on my Instagram account. So
what is that? I don't even know what that is.
A shadow ban is like, you can't have copywritten music. So like now as an artist, like as I'm releasing music, I realize why. But you can't have that kind of shit just playing on Instagram. They don't own the rights to the music. So they'll shut you. They'll start making your Instagram, like you'll go live and there'll be like glitches in it. Or you'll go live and it's like, oh, why is there only 4 people in here? They don't let people know that you're live anymore. It's like, they do a lot of weird shit. So I like, so now I just do like private events where I can just DJ.
Well, how does DJ Nice get away with it then?
That's a great question. That is a great question, and I got nothing. Yeah, I would gladly go song to song with.
I mean, I love D Nice, but I mean, like, I'm just trying to figure out because unless he bought the copyright, I don't want to.
The club, and you can't. So I don't know what happened and what he was able to work out. But like even.
Well, he done had bread for a long time, so maybe he negotiated it before he even did it.
I mean, but he's not the only person DJing online with no issues.
True.
So they show their favoritism to who they show it to, and I can't control that. They can't stop the private events. And I only did one private one, and 65, 75 people showed up.
Okay.
So I'll be fine. Because by the time the world opens back up, that might be a space, but because I am now in the music space, please stream Tuskegee, you guys, and check out Mr. Kingsley on all streaming platforms, because now I'm in that space. It's like.
So what are you doing? Are you rapping? You singing? What you doing?
On Tuskegee, we're singing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. On Tuskegee, we're rapping, but singing will come somewhere down the line.
Okay, let me find out you got notes up in there.
I don't know let's be honest. Does it matter? You put the auto-tune on it. Doesn't matter.
Days, not really.
Yeah, do it, man. I don't have. Listen, by no world am I saying I am Luther, McBeyonce, McPatty. I can tell you, I don't have that.
Right.
I'm not tone deaf.
Okay.
But
hold a little note. That's all you can do.
Yeah, but man, creative's gonna create some of our favorite. We have artists. I ain't gonna start shitting on people, but we have artists that we love that ain't got vocals.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. And I'm just like, we
be listening to Future sing. We be listening to Future sing. We be listening to Young Thug sing. Don't nobody care about nothing about that. Is it jamming, bro?
That's it. Like, can we dance to it?
Is the shit jamming? That's my goal. My goal is jamming. Okay. But that Sunday, it would be concert music stuff.
Okay.
That's what a weekend would look like for me. So when you say what I want, at some point in time, those things would all be happening.
All right. Sounds good to me. I just need to be at each weekend. So
yeah, pull it up.
Now, if you had to put together the perfect team of people to roast, who would be on your team?
First of all, I would I am a horrible roaster.
Well, you ain't got to be the one roasting. You just got to pick the team.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. So all these niggas gonna have to take over. So right out the gate, Craig Smith. If you've seen Roast Me, you know why. Craig is,
of course,
Craig Smith. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd probably go. I ain't gonna even hold Brandon Lewis.
Okay.
Because Brandon on his good days don't really what's name. I'ma go Billy Sorrells
Okay.
because when Billy's on fire, the nigga's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Billy like almost like a streaky shooter. It's like if that nigga get on fire, ain't no stopping him once he on. Once he's on,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You sign that nigga for and even when he's not on, he's still really good. But when he's on, it's like supernova shit. Probably who else? Roast. I probably would go to here. I'll probably go to here. There's something to be said about Kev also. Kev's really quick, man. Kev on stage is really quick. Nate Jackson's really quick.
Nate
T Murph.
Jackson is
T Murph.
stupid.
Yeah, T Murph. T Murph for sure. Yeah, Nate's really, really quick. But let me go old. Okay. Tony Roberts.
Oh, absolutely. That
Tony
nigga,
Roberts.
he blink, you gonna laugh. I'm like, this boy is stupid.
Yeah, Tony Roberts, D-Ray, and probably DC Curry, just because for rhythm. He's not even, I don't even know if he's like a natural roaster like that, but when I've seen him in the space, the way the tone that he takes to attack is always like super dynamic to me.
Right.
Yeah, but so it's like I got some frontliners and I got some niggas that just come through and just deliver. He just delivers.
Now, you know who's funny to me too? Like I don't know if people want to call him a roaster, but D.A.Q is because the way he comes at you, even if he ain't trying to be funny, it's just like, damn, nigga.
Like, D.A.Q is fucking hysterical. D.A.Q is hysterical. I think Kev on stage is like really solid as a roaster. Kev on stage has some. I remember one time he walks into the ADD office, and Tahir's like a really sharp dresser. And Tahir had on like a purple. It was a purple like track jacket. It was the jacket was fly as hell with like a purple lid. The fit was fly as fuck. When I tell you this nigga Kev on stage came through and started singing Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. I will never forget that. That was like the funniest shit I had ever seen in my life. I was like, nigga.
God, that's the one thing I like about the downfall about my friends is they're not comedians, so to speak, but we're all naturally funny, and I hate that because they got the professional jobs, they won't just come and like, do videos of me and clown. It's like, no, I got a regular corporate job. I'm like, man, fuck that corporate job. We know you a
right. Right.
But like, we legit will do stupid stuff. Like, we'll have a game night where we come, so the nigga pull up, we own their ass like quick.
Yeah.
Like, dang, can you say hello before you start roasting? Like,
right. Yeah, man. And it's like my friends that roast, it's like, oh, y'all be going in like Murph won't really let up if he got you on the ropes. Nate won't really let up if he got you on the ropes. It's like, all right, my nigga, we get it, bro. You got it, fam. But Craig's creativity on the roast, it's like it just allowed him to be like really. It's like it don't matter the situation, he gonna be all right. CP. Yeah. CP's also really CP's the balancing act, I would say, of like a Murph and a Craig Smith, because CP's really creative, but he's also really, really fucking quick.
Yeah.
CP. So like, and listen, man, I be live or die with my class of comics. So I feel like my class would be good against. Wait for it. Any generation of comedy. Okay. Go to whatever niggas y'all think is the Richard, all them niggas, all of them. I feel like my class of comedians, there are some legends amongst me, and
Well, see, I think that generation, like the Eddie Murphys or whatever, they're funny, but I don't think they was like raised on roasting. I feel like they could do it, but that's not they go-to. So it's like, I can roast you if I want to. I just ain't gonna go there.
Listen, I feel, God rest their souls. I'm only saying Bernie and Robin because of how highly they're regarded.
Okay.
Easily would put Craig in a ring roasting against anybody at any. That's how I feel. I'm not talking about me.
Yeah.
Jamie, nigga, you name them. I feel like outside of something, if you're talking about just ability, now obviously these legends understand stuff about the space,
right,
that that might have them give them certain advantages. But it's just like, nah, I feel like we got legends in my class.
Oh, absolutely. Like, yeah, if you, I don't know what age range everybody is in that clique that you named, but if you are anywhere near an 80s or 90s baby, you got to know how to roast, period. And that's what we was raised on. So
yeah. And it's funny, like I know my ways. Like I'm not a good roaster, especially if you're talking live. Like it's not my natural instinct. But on stage I do fine. On, like, if somebody's giving me shit, I'll be fine. I'm not the nigga to try, but it's just like I know that's not one of my high arcing strengths. So it's just
and that's the thing. I'm more of a writer, so like I can roast, but I don't go in trying to fight you. So it's like, and that's why I don't, because I'm like, I know I'm the type of roaster that if you start giving me a lot, I'm going to go straight for the jugular. So by the time we get done, you're gonna ready to fight for real.
Right.
And I'm like, and that's why I don't do it, because I'm gonna pierce your soul when I get done.
Right. Yeah. So, but some people, like, there is a rhythm and an art to roasting that I know certain people have just mastered. Like they just have it, and it's just like, woo! When you see it happening, you're like, woo! This is happening. Like I've been in Atlanta on the wood, just stand outside of the old Uptown with Smokey and K-Dub and Carlos. And
I know all that.
And I'm like, how they nigga, the sun's coming up, bro, and Dirty South. I'm like, you niggas ain't gonna stop, is you?
At all. It won't. And will stay on you like that. Who next?
Oh my God. And for 1 hour, Smokey is clearly the king. And then another hour, clearly it's Los. And then another hour, it's clearly K-Dub. It's like, this shit ain't gonna stop, bro. This shit is not gonna stop. And this, but Ronnie Jordan.
That's, I mean,
Ronnie Jordan is a monster.
I grew up with him, so.
Tiny.
Oh, the Big Tiny.
Big Tiny.
Yeah.
I remember we did me, Blame, Keisha, Billy Sorrells were driving to Atlanta for Coming to the Stage auditions. And mind you, from Houston to Atlanta straight through. So it's what, 12 hours, 13 hours? It's like 8 hours, something like that. It's an aggressive drive. So we get to Houston, we get to Atlanta, it gotta be 3 a.m. Niggas is already lined up in front of the punchline. Yeah. They're already lined up because these auditions, right? It's like maybe 30, 40 people. We walk up, people just out there talking, sitting in line. You know, like when NBC come around, they just in line waiting for the shit to open. Niggas just want their numbers, whatever. Now we're sleepy, bro. We've been driving a long time. We wake up, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? Where y'all come from? Oh man, Houston. I want to say it was Tiny. It was either Tiny or it was T Ray Davis. It was either Tiny or T Ray. But we walked up.
Oh, that's the tall light skinned dude, right?
No, T Ray's the nigga with the glasses. T Ray Sanders.
Well, I mean, I call him old school, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, T Ray Sanders. Derek Keener, another monster on the roast too. And I remember we walked up and it was like, what's up, man? Where y'all from? It was like, Houston. And he was like, oh, that's cool. So, but where you get them wheelchair pushers from? Was talking about this nigga's shoes. And I was like, nigga, what time is it, bro? Like, the fuck are y'all doing, my nigga? And niggas walked up to the roast. So it was like, and then nigga Billy was like, oh, nigga, this is what we doing? Like, I was like, Billy was ready to go, and we was like, man, nigga, I'm tired, fam. I ain't got time to do this shit with you right now.
Right.
Them niggas did that shit till 10 in the morning.
I can believe it. They live to do it. I'm telling you.
Niggas did that shit till 10 in the morning. I was like, so yeah, the niggas that I know that get it in, them niggas get it in.
All right, now what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer or entrepreneur?
Upcoming meaning they're already doing it. Get them first ideas out. Trust your instincts. You're not wrong. You don't be afraid to take the constructive criticism. But if we look at any of the stories of any of the legends of anybody that we look up to, you name it, at some point in time, somebody told them to not do it the way that they ended up doing it. Mm-hmm. So to them, you gotta, nah, nigga, do it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. People gonna try to get you to go a certain way, and if so, then you do it on your own. You fine, you all right. Mm-hmm. And you ain't shit. Get used to hearing it, get used to saying it, because everybody ain't gonna love you.
That's right.
My boy Clayton Thomas told me some shit, man. He was grinding out before he hit the million on Facebook. He was just like, pumping out content, whatever. And he would go and he would respond to everybody that responded. Like everybody would say, "Oh, great job." He would go and say, "Oh, thank you," to every person. He doesn't do it anymore because it's aggressive now. But right. There was for a very long time he responded. He responds to as many as he can, but for a very long time. And he was like, and somebody asked him one time, like, well, "Why do you do that?" He was like, "Because I ain't shit. Like, who am I to not respond? I'm an entertainer, and you guys just watch what I do." It's like, nigga, right. Who are you, bro? Say
that's
thank
right. That it matters. That's what people don't understand. Like, I'm such an appreciative person for anytime somebody do something for me. I'm always thankful because people don't do shit for you. Yeah. So if they even think to do something for you, thank you.
Yeah, and never underestimate the opportunities that'll be granted to you for just being a cool ass nigga. Mm-hmm. For just being cool. A lot of shit will happen in your favor for not being just somebody that people don't like to be around.
Absolutely. So like in short,
some of you can't help it. Some of you can't help it. You was a fuck nigga and you can't help it.
This is true. So before we get out of here, I got a couple of segments that we got to go through. Yes. We have our Kiss or Diss, which is celebrity crushes. So I'm going to name some celebrity crushes. You're going to decide who you kissing and who you diss.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we got Kerry Washington or Taraji P. Henson. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
I'm going to kiss Taraji. She got a little more, she's a little thicker. She got a little more meat on her. Kerry's frame is a little tiny for me. Okay. And if Kerry comes with that face,
man, listen, you took it right from my soul. I swear to God, you did. I hate that face.
If she come up with that face, then that's obviously a no.
Man,
now Django
that was going around with her face.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, the Django Kerry and or Scandal Kerry, hey, I get it. But I'm gonna take Taraji.
All right, Jasmine Sullivan or Jill Scott? Who you kissing?
Jill Scott. Okay. Jill Scott over Taraji. Shit.
Okay. All right. Excuse me.
Whatever the next person is, Jill Scott again.
You know what? You can't do that. All right. Next one, Macy Gray or Viola Davis?
Viola. I'm not listening to no goddamn Macy Gray voice. Okay. Come here, give me a kiss. You're gonna give me a kiss right now. And it's gonna be moist. It's so sweet, your lips. It's dirty and no other words.
I'm done. Okay. Last one. Esther Roll or Mother Love? Who you kissing, who you dissing?
Esther Roll from Good Times.
Yep.
Mother Love. Who's Mother Love?
Mother Love used to have a TV show. I don't know if she was a comedian. No, she just had a show called Mother Love.
Mother Love. I can't picture Mother Love.
You finna Google her?
I'm finna look up Mother Love. Let me see. Because Esther I can tell you right now, ain't in my favor.
It ain't your favorite? Okay.
Mother Love. Oh, let me see. Mother Love. Oh, Mother Love. I think. Forgive and Forget.
Yes, that was the name. Yep, that was the name of her show.
Oh, Mother Love. That was easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Esther I was all crazy. If we talk about the same person, Esther had the eye, right? From Sanford and Son.
No, not that Esther. Esther Roll was the mother of Good Times. Damn, James.
Oh, still Mother Love.
right.
Hold that little afro.
Okay, so we moving on to our D.A.Qs, which is dumbass questions. They're just random questions I want answers to. All right.
Jill Scott again. I'm sorry.
You know what? What movie do you wish you could erase from history?
Who? The Cleaner. Cedric's movie, The Cleaner.
I remember that. Yeah, kind of bad.
Car 54, Where Are You? Super trash. The Honeymooners with Mike Epps and said.
Hey, all you had to do was one.
Oh. All them shit is trash.
All right. What is the weirdest thought you've ever had?
X-Men 3, also another trash ass movie. How dare you kill Cyclops, bitch? Okay. I'm sorry. What was that?
What is the weirdest thought you've ever had?
The weirdest thought I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest thought I've ever had. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think none of my thoughts are weird. People would probably tell you me wearing shoes with lights on them on television was probably a bad idea, but it felt like a good idea.
The LA Gear light ups?
No, I had some other shoes that light up, but they was way brighter than that.
Okay.
The people would probably tell you that was a bad idea, but hey, I felt pretty good about it.
Okay.
That's the problem. I don't think none of my ideas is weird. This is genius. Rent 'em spoons.
I remember that episode too. All right, what made up word would you incorporate in the English language if you could?
Oh man. Oh boy. Let's go. I'm such a connoisseur of fuck books. I make up words all the time. I like, you know what? For those that know, they'll know. Frizzy fries.
Frizzy fries.
Oh, either frizzy fries or Vaseloose. Yeah.
Okay, frizzy fries is one thing, but what the hell is Vaseloose?
Vaseloose. Vaseloose is me saying fast and loose really, really quickly. So sometimes when I'm on Twitch playing Call of Duty, like the Warzone game is a high strategy game on landing your weapons, so on and so forth. But sometimes if it get late, I'll be like, hey man, let's just play 3 more games Vaseloose. Like Vaseloose, like fast and loose, but Vaseloose. And I literally just land, try to punch people with no gun, like Vaseloose.
I'm glad you explained that because I was going left with it. I'm just like, oh, she must have been.
Oh, you think like a vaginal loose? I mean, hey.
That's what I'm thinking.
Went over there, she talked about you got a little dick. No, baby, that pussy. Vaseloose.
The Vaseloose, right?
That Vaseloose.
All right. If you had to pick one song to describe your whole childhood, what would it be? And what was the soundtrack of your childhood?
Of my childhood?
Mm-hmm.
If I had to just take a song to describe my childhood, what song would it be? Off the top of my head, I'm going my childhood, meaning I'm young, meaning before 12.
Well, no, it don't have to be like Barney or nothing like that, but like, you know, I would say after 13, teenage.
13 and up?
Yeah.
Oh, those two songs are totally different. Let me go right before. Before it would have been maybe Playground, like ABC. Oh, yeah, ABC, like then, right?
Okay.
But after 13, I might not have been, but 13 to when we about to hit 20, oh my God. Not Space Age Pimpin'.
I remember that too.
The World is Filled. Biggie has a very special place in my heart. The World is Filled and Space Age Pimpin' are somewhere in there. Somewhere in there, because I know that these this I know UGK and Pimp C and Tila and this kind of shit shaped my mentality. Still to this day. Still to this day. That like that world is filled, that Puff verse is certain things that just like I never really let go of to this day. I literally listened to that song like the other day. I was like, yeah, there's something. There's fuck faces. Like there's something in this space, this first verse this Scarface verse that I just never really let go.
I think when I came, like I'm from LA, but when I moved down to Atlanta, I know the first song that I cannot get them to stop playing the radio was that dang on Kilo. That boom in that car.
Oh
That was it.
yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
that was it for me.
Yeah.
So okay, for $2.2 million, would you eat one cow ball and sea walk all the way to Sloss and Swap Meet?
Would I eat one what?
Would you eat one cow ball and sea walk all the way to Sloss and Swap Meet?
A cow ball, is that shit?
No, like one of his balls.
Whose balls? No. I'm
A cow ball.
Oh, like food. I was like, wait, is it shit? I was like, is it cooked? I was like, so a deep fried cow ball.
And you have to sea walk all the way to Sloss and Swap Meet for $2.2 million.
I mean, yeah, I feel like I can make it. I'm literally in my brain thinking the route I would take to safely make it all the way to Sloss, and I'm like, yeah, I could probably figure that out.
While sea walking, you can do that all the way while sea walking.
Yeah, I was like, I might have to take some back safe streets. We go because I'm in the valley, so I'll have to go. We take Laura Canyon up. Nobody gonna be paying attention over there. Fairfax. I probably have to take Santa Monica down a little bit. Then I can do that. Yeah, I had to think of the route for safety because sea walking all the way down can be a problem. Right. As soon as I get to what's the name, I'm putting my hands in my pocket.
All right. Name one useless instrument in your opinion.
Instrument? Mm-hmm. Like a musical instrument?
Yeah, one that you think is useless.
A triangle. We don't need a triangle. Okay. Triangle's trash.
I got two. I'm gonna say a recorder. You know, the little recorder we had to learn in.
Oh yeah, that's pretty trash too.
And a kazoo.
I can make some sense out of the kazoo. I don't really fuck with the tambourine like that.
This is true.
It's like a collection of cymbals. We don't need this shit.
You ain't lying. All right.
Relax. Maracas? Fuck maracas.
Oh yeah, I meant bongos. Well, no, I like bongos, but
no, I ain't gonna even hold you. I kind of like maracas. I ain't gonna even hold you. I said it. I thought I was like, no, that maraca kind of get to going every now and then.
All right, before we get out here, we're gonna play a round of SingADoo. So, SingADoo is a game me and my good DJ mentor and best friend, DJ R-Star, created during the quarantine. So while everybody was sitting there bored, didn't have nothing else to do, we was up there whipping up a game. So what it is, it's a musical game, and you have to sing the melody on the card, but you can only use the word do. And then, so how you win is basically as many songs you can guess within the time frame. That's how you get your points. So I'm gonna do a couple so you can guess, and then I'm gonna let you do a couple so you can see how it's played. Okay. I'm gonna go with the R&B and hip hop category because that's kind of what I know.
That's hilarious.
So, you ready?
Yeah, it's gonna sit me with classical and
I mean, well, I can tell you the category. The categories we have: hip hop, R&B, greatest hits, pop, Billboard hits, country, rock, SingADoo favorites, old school, TV themes, and party and dance hits. That's all the categories.
Okay, keep going.
All right, so we got it. All right, we're going. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Okay, I got it. Do 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 do. Oh, you better. There you go. All right, next one. Do 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 do. Someone like you. Okay, come on, let me find out.
Know my music.
All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do
Usher,
do.
this is what you do.
What's the name of the song?
You make me?
There you go. All right, so you got the hang of it. So I'm gonna let you do a couple. Let me see if I can get your talents.
Yes.
All right. What category you want to do?
I would love to say R&B and hip hop, but if you want to make it your choice.
No, that's not my lane. So I'm trying to flip them all over to the R&B and hip hop ones. If you don't know it, then we can just tell me to skip the card. All right. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Tell me where I need to move it.
Oh God. All right.
Got it?
Yeah. Do 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 do.
That's all you got?
And do 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 do.
I have no clue.
Man, that was a struggle. Shit.
What the hell was it?
That was a Pretty Girl Rock.
Oh.
I didn't know the words.
I would have never gone there. All right.
Yeesh.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
More money, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do 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 do.
Roll out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last one.
do 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 do. Wait, no. There's one. There's one way easier I could have did, but I just jumped to that one. I don't know. Do.
Kiss?
Yes, nigga! I could have easily went VIC wobble. I could have easily went do. That would have been way easier. But I saw Kiss, I was like, let me just do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you play SingADoo. If you're interested in the game, definitely go to SingADoo.com and order you one. It's a perfect stocking stuffer since the holidays are coming around. And BT, please tell them where they can find your podcast, your merchandise, anything you got going on.
Listen, you guys, make this easy on yourself. BT Kingsley on everything. Mr. Kingsley musically. Because if we gonna be on the Apple and Spotify, if you already there, why don't you look up Mr. Kingsley's songs called Tuskegee featuring DJ Avalanche? It's jamming on the one. If not, come tell me it ain't jamming on the one. But it's jamming on the one. More music is coming. But within that, go to BT Kingsley on Instagram. Go to the link in my bio. Everything is there. My merch is there. My YouTube is there. My Facebook is there. If you don't do nothing else, go to the YouTube and follow YouTube and watch the new episode of Give Me Five. But I would love for you to join the Discord. The Discord is smacking. You hear me? My Discord is super, super popping. It's a good time. If you fuck with me for real, you in the Discord. That's what it is. YouTube, Facebook, share that thing. Well, go watch Give Me Five.
Okay, and that has been another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. We will see you next time.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Gotta get it in there.
Kandid Kisses TV is sponsored by SingADoo and Kissable Lips Cosmetics. Order your copy of SingADoo today at SingADoo.com. Shop KissableLipsCosmetics.com for all your beauty needs. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday at 11 a.m.